This man's story is definitely one for the history books. At the age of 4, his mom found him in the kitchen bawling his eyes out with a very sharp knife trying to cut his hand off. Just imagine the obstacles this man had to face during his lifetime. But fortunately enough, he was still able to prevail, and against all odds, he proved everybody wrong. After many ups and downs, and at the age of 22, he was able to get a spot on any NFL team that is lucky enough to draft him, and he turned out to be one of the top prospects in 2018 NFL Draft Combine. This young man has been an underdog for years, and no one has ever heard of him until recently, after he tore up the NFL Draft Combine. The adversity and challenges this young African American had to face are unbelievable, yet he looked those challenges dead in the eye and made it possible. So you might ask yourself, who is this player that accomplished all these features? Well, it's Shaquem Griffin. Shaquem Griffin is the most inspirational athlete nowadays in the game of ball. He was born with his twin brother Shaquille. They were both completely identical, just for one thing. He was born with the amniotic band syndrome. So the amniotic band syndrome affected the development of his left hand when he was a fetus. So he was born with an underdeveloped arm. When he was growing, the pain was so surreal that he wanted to cut off his underdeveloped fingers. But one day, his mother made the change of his life. They decided to amputate him. And this was maybe the best decision ever, as he became the first player in the NFL to be amputated.
After a traumatizing 12th season at the University of Central California, Shaquem Griffin and the whole football team had to face a serious challenge. The full coaching staff has been changed and replaced due to the fact that UCF wanted to achieve again what they were striving for: excellence. Coach Frost, since the really beginning, saw the potential, the immanent talent that Shaquem Griffin had. The leadership skills of this amazing athlete and the motivation that he put on the pitch every time he had the opportunity to show his talent is what really impressed Coach Frost. However, during that same year, during the off-season, Shaquem Griffin gained a lot of mass. This is what made Coach Frost change his mind. He changed him from defense back to line back, and this is going to be the change that is going to change his whole career. He started to get special attention from the scouts when he earned the coveted title of Defensive Player of the Year. Some statistics: 195 total tackles, 33.5 tackles for loss, and 18.5 sacks. With his leadership, brought UCF to be the only unbeaten team in 2017. Then, the second most important day of his life until then arrived: the NFL Combine. At that day, he showed the world what he was able to give to the American football world, setting astonishing results in every single stage. However, in the 40 yards, he sets an amazing record of 4.38 seconds. No one ever did better in his position. He ran faster than athletes who are making football history, such as Odell Beckham and Julio Jones. So, differentiate yourself from your competitors and sponsor this unique talent. Our collaboration is going to increase awareness of Gatorade and Shaquem and enhance your image, your sales opportunities, as it is now the 5th most sold jersey of 2018's picked. This is what Shaquem Griffin is going to bring to your organization. Gatorade is going to be on the mouth of everyone.
I am Shaquem Griffin. I know what you're thinking. Trust me.
Trust me, you don't know half the story.
I was born with a rare condition called amniotic band syndrome.
Amniotic band syndrome.
I was in so much pain. When I was 4, my mom took me to the doctors for surgery.
And when I walked out of that hospital,
My left hand was gone.
my left hand was gone.
My parents raised me the same as my twin brother Shaquille.
They never let me believe I was anything less than he was.
To be honest, though,
Sometimes I wondered, why did this happen to me? To me.
To me.
Why did this happen to me?
Why did this happen to me? When I was 8, an opposing coach tried to get me disqualified from a youth football game. He believed that football was a two-handed game.
And I shouldn't be allowed to play.
I shouldn't be allowed
I
to
shouldn't
play.
be allowed
I
to
shouldn't be allowed to play.
It was that moment when I made a decision. I was never going to quit.
Even if the world wanted me to.
I had to prove them wrong. Not this, that coach, but everyone.
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 Because while my hand may be gone, what made me different was my heart,
My heart.
My heart.
my mind,
My mind. My mind.
my will.
My will.
My will.
Hi, and a warm welcome, Gatorade. Welcome to the sponsorship deals for Shaquem Griffin. Well, as you probably know, or as you have seen in the videos before, he's a very unique person. I mean, how many times does a person like this come around in the NFL? Exactly, only once in NFL history was there a one-handed player. So that makes him unique in his own way. So, starting off with the first silver sponsorship package. There, Shaquem Griffin would only require a limited contract of 2 years. But his personal appearance as an athlete is not required to attend the company's sponsored functions or events. From a branding point of view, the athlete is only required to do one commercial per year. However, the company is allowed to use. Furthermore, the athlete will be required to post about Gatorade about once every 6 weeks on social media. Now moving to perhaps the more interesting package that we have to offer, which is the Gold Sponsorship Package. Here, the athlete will have a limited contract of up to 5 years instead of only 2 years. However, you will not have the exclusivity that you would have in the package that you will see in a bit. Furthermore, from a branding point of view, you would have the right to use the athlete's name and image. And for personal appearances at events, the athlete will have to make up to 5 personal appearances at company-sponsored functions, events a year. The athlete will, however, be required to post on social media once every 4 weeks instead of only 6 weeks, as we saw before in the silver pack. Now we come to the deal you really want to be interested in, which is the Platinum Sponsorship Package. This package would give you full exclusivity for Shaquem Griffin, a once-in-a-lifetime NFL history one-handed player. This will give you the opportunity to have Shaquem Griffin under a lifelong contract, which has only been done by LeBron James so far. But however, we know that Shaquem Griffin is also unique in his own way. So the athlete must not be contracted to an agreement with any other organization. Basically, he would only be part of Gatorade. From a branding point of view, you have the right to use his image and his name, and he is required to have an own campaign for Gatorade. From a personal appearances point of view, the athlete will be required to attend all of the big meetings from Gatorade. And during post-game interviews, it will also be required to have a Gatorade bottle on the podium. And one of the most interesting deals is here, Shaquem Griffin is required to post on social media once every 2 weeks, giving the name of Gatorade a big image.
I am Shaquem Griffin.
I am determination.
I am resolve.
I am unstoppable. I am a role model.
I am against all odds.
I am Shaquem Griffin.
I am Shaquem Griffin.
I am Shaquem Griffin.
I am Shaquem Griffin.
You only know half my story.
You only know half my story.
Because the other half
The other half?
Is yet to be written.